Good morning and happy Tuesday to everybody tuning in. Good morning, Omar. Little brother, how you doing? Burning 47, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, you guys saw the title on this live, and our country is under attack. It really is. The United States of America is under attack from within than from outside. It's just the way it is nowadays. And so we got to stay alert. We need to stay awake. And we need to stay focused and always remain honest and truthful so that we don't miss a step. Now, we have been hearing about all these, voter ID. I was hoping that we have some common sense, at least enough people with common sense to be able to vote to get this voter ID requirement passed through. I have had people argue with me and bring up the 24th Amendment, and it just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy that people still use the 24th Amendment 6 decades ago. This was a problem, apparently. But today and age, to tell me that there is millions of Americans undocumented, well, I just can't believe that. Good morning, Kramis. Are you wearing shorts with that? No, I'm actually had the full suit on, my friend. Full suit on. That's a good question, isn't it? Yeah, you know what? If I had somebody recording me, I would tell them, hey, go ahead and show the pants. No, I you know what, Cray? I'm happy that you said that. Hi, Jenny. How are you? A very long time ago, I learned that, let me see if I can put this in words correctly. I learned that in order for you to get something in life, you have to be able to project it. And so one of the things that I know is if I want to take a part, I got to dress the part. And so I am fully dressed. Dress socks, dress shoes, dress pants, even the tie, everything is legit, 100%. Because I feel, you have to understand something about me. While I am here, good afternoon, Happy Mac, good to have you here. What I say on my show here, this is my private domain, right? This is where I'm going to say everything. This is where we're going to have the public locker room talk, so to speak, okay? What that means is that I am going to be speaking freely about everything. And if I have to go in front of the public to speak, my speech might change a little bit. Might change just a little bit. Out of courtesy that I am representing Washington State and the people. Good to see you, Jim Rat. Eugene, sell out, shut up, says Eugene. I find it very interesting. I don't know where the hell these people come from, but I find it interesting that they call me a sellout, and I just don't get it. Let's talk about sellouts. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button as you're coming in, please do so at your earliest convenience. I appreciate it. Let's get this video to get out there to the public. Samuel, how are you? Mega made England great again. Or anyway. I like it. What decade was American? You know what? I love Marco Rubio's addressing, and he says something very, I think, powerful in his speech. And he's a no nonsense guy, and he backs up President Trump 100%. He stands for the American people, and he told everybody that you need to do things to get things going in this world. And he said it straightforward to the people. Listen, we have a history with England. We have a history with the Brits. Our official language in the United States of America, it's English. Now, I don't have an English accent from England per se, but nonetheless, it's still considered English. Even with my accent, you can tell that it is still English that I speak. I am not speaking Spanish, no French, no Portuguese, no Chinese. I am speaking English. Do I have a different accent? Of course. 100% I have a different accent. You go to Louisiana, sometimes I can't understand what the hell they're saying, but that is English. Texans got their accents. New Yorkers got their accent. We all have accents that are different, and the reason for that is because we are a melting pot of different ethnicities in this country. So let me see, what else we got in here? Who else do we have? Julie, how are you? I see you. Samuel sent message too early. What decade was America great? Man, I don't know. But to me, the United States of America has always been great. You have to remember, I come from a third world country, so I remember America being great, and we lost that with an open border. That's kind of how that falls down. And let's see. Ortho says, "Good afternoon, Dennis from Texas." And speaking of the devils, Texas in the house. Excuse the French. Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. I know a few words. Happy endings. What's Gringo crying about today? About today? Oh yeah, I think he's doing the English accent, which I cannot imitate. You got me there, bro. I can't imitate English accents for some reason. Let me see. Let's see. It's been great since 1776, says Sean Bradley. There you go. True American patriot in the house. 1990s USA was brilliant. Let me tell you something. I think Sean Bradley actually hit the nail on the head. That is the greatest, right there. The greatest time that the United States of America was great was when we fought for independence, when we created a new nation. A nation that, let's be honest, the Brits thought that will crumble and destroy itself. And they have found throughout history that that hasn't been so. And America, as young as the United States is, 250 years old, by the way, coming on up, as young as it is, has grown out to be the big bro in the world. And this is the reason why the United States is under attack. We have proven to the world that this land is beautiful. Let me make some points and observations before we go into this great nation. People like Ocasio-Cortez, like Alexandra, she doesn't know that the reason why we got horses in the United States of America and throughout the Americas is because of Spaniards. The United States of America by itself wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for settlers, if it wasn't for people who were smarter, people who were more, what's the word? Not more civilized, but ahead in technology. They made farms happen where there was none in the United States. Settlers changed this land and the future for the better of its inhabitants. Now, we had a lot of problems. There's a bad history, very horrible history. Atrocities, diseases, all kinds of things, bad things came with it. But I dare anybody today to get rid of horses, to get rid of potatoes, get rid of tomatoes, get rid of the farming that has been brought from Europe to this land of the Americas. I dare you to get rid of all the ideas that come from Europe. You see, it's dumb to even talk about it. It's dumb to even say it because we have Chinese people. We got Indian people. We got English people. We got Irish, Scottish. We got Hispanics from all over the Americas. And this country has become great because of all of those geniuses and smart and hardworking people. Now, let's go ahead and make a clarification here. There's migrants and there is settlers. The United States of America has already been founded. We don't need migrants to found the United States of America. It's founded. Period. Done. What some people don't understand is you got to give credit where credit's due. Now, I understand my people, my Hispanic Latino community and all these people in, Latin America. Yeah, we have a lot of hardworking people. We have a lot of pedophiles. We have a lot of rapists. We have a lot of murderers. We have a lot of drug addicts. We have a lot of drug dealers. We have all of that. As a matter of fact, crime goes rampant on our countries where we come from. And some governments have tried to do something to fix it. You see, as an immigrant myself, I realize these things. And this is why I love and I appreciate the United States of America even deeper than an American that was actually born here. What is more respectable and what makes more sense to you? A person that is born entitled because they were born in this land, or somebody who has fought hard and earned their citizenship and that actually love this country? I find many American born here, American just by name, because their heart, their mind, their soul does not belong to America. They belong to other countries. This is why they wave foreign flags in our country of the United States of America. American children are taught and grow up to hate America. You see adults acting like communists, criminals, saying they're doing they're using their First Amendment right, but in reality they're just agitating, disturbing the peace. They're not protesting for something worthy of protesting. They're just entitled little brats that go on the street and pretend that they are American. But let me tell you what a real American is. A real American is that one person who has gained an access and has been rewarded the gift and the privilege of becoming an American citizen. And if you are born in this country and call yourself American, and you don't defend this land, and you don't protect this people, and you don't abide by the laws, and you allow foreigners to come into this country illegally to try to destroy us from within, you, myself, my friend, are a sellout. Just as you people like to call me here on my channel sometimes, you are a sellout. I talk to my children, and I remind them, you are not Honduran. You are not Samoan. Now, if you want to go with ethnicities, you can play a little bit on my father this and my mother that. I get that. But you are not Polynesian. You are not Central American. You are American citizens. Simple as that. And some people understand that. Some people don't. I really don't care. For those of you who are still talking about January 6th, number one, we didn't invade January 6th. We did not invade the Capitol. I know that's the narrative that Democrats put out to the world, but we know the truth. There was access given to us. Matter of fact, let me see if I can go and find these videos. Some of you may have missed it. And I actually find it interesting that the Hodgkin twins actually showed the video. We'll see if we can find it on here through Reels. We have, and I did this almost a year ago. I made a video talking about January 6th. And I show the video, the parts where Republicans, protesters, were actually given. Oh, this is good. This is the guy I was looking for. I actually show footage of there was some people that misbehaved, but it wasn't conservatives. It wasn't Republicans. It wasn't real Trump supporters. If they were real Trump supporters, they would have listened to the president when he said to go and protest peacefully. Peacefully. The video shows that we are inside the Capitol. No insurrection. Access was being given to everybody coming in there. Somehow, some people decided to start breaking windows, breaking doors down so that other people will come in. Was there instigators in January 6th? Sure, absolutely. Did some people really incite an insurrection, agitation? Yes. But it's not what Democrats told us. They lied to us, as they do all the time. Remember when they told you that the border was secured? Well, my friends, almost 50 million people illegally invading our country says otherwise. I can't believe till this day that we still have Americans that are actually supporting Democrats. I can't believe it. I'm not saying that I don't know it and that I don't see it. I just can't believe that there is no common sense on these people. Kamala Harris, 4 years. The border is secure. And the way she secured it was to say, don't come. don't come. And all the Democrats, not all of them, I apologize. Not all of them, but a lot of Democrats said, see, I told you, nothing to see. What? Hundreds of thousands coming in every day. Nah, just a fiction of a pigment, just a figment of your imagination. Just like Antifa's not real. It never happens. Just like peaceful protesting while the buildings are burning behind you. This is what Democrats talk like. The whole city is burning down, and yet they want to say, no, this is just peaceful protesting. How about that? Hey, don't hate the messenger. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? You guys can go ahead and say all the hateful things you want about me, but I am right about everything. So here we are. So we have problems with people, children, growing up without love, without a father, without discipline. But I'm going to tell you something. I think even that, it's an excuse to be bad. If you want to be bad, it's a choice. My mother was an immigrant. She was a widow with 5 kids, all on her own. My father died when I was 4 years old. My mother had 5 kids to take care of. You know, there was not one day that she says, I need the government to help. I need the government to raise my children. I need people to buy diapers for my children. Not once. And let me tell you that this is the difference between us migrants and those entitled Americans who are born in this land. It is a damn shame. It's pathetic. And I'm not the only one that feels like that. You know, I haven't watched this video, but I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. Now, I'm going to warn you, this guy causes up a storm. This is probably going to be demonetizing the channel. I don't care. Listen to this American right here. You may have seen him. Can't look no more Mexican than that. Let's take a listen, see what he says.
I just read that those 3 individuals at USF who were eating bacon in front of Muslims who were praying just got charged with a felony hate crime. Whether I agree with it or not, that was their First Amendment right. And I'm sick and tired of the fucking double standards. Because it wasn't a problem when certain Muslims are sitting here chanting death to America, saying that they're not here to assimilate but invade and then take over. Burn our country's flag. Say what they're going to do to our women and children. But God forbid Christians stand up and go eat bacon in front of them. In my opinion, what's good for the goose is good for the fucking gander. Because for decades and decades, Christians have been attacked here in America. And nobody said a fucking thing. And now that we're standing up, it's a fucking problem? No, fuck you. This is exactly why we're done. We don't give a fuck anymore. The way you pander to a certain community and illegal immigrants, y'all can go fuck yourselves.
And you think I'm bad? You think I'm being too harsh on people? We're going to go to his page. Look at that. Can't get no more Mexican looking than that. This guy puts George Lopez to shame. George Lopez is washed out. He, my friends, is no American. He is just another illegal immigrant with an unearned citizenship. That's what George Lopez is. What a buster. What a buster. Let's go ahead and listen to this. American.
What's up, you freaking hammers? Happy Friday, everybody. We got breaking news. The DOJ, Pam Bondi and Cash Patel, they're coming out. Let us know that they arrested some fucking dude across the pond that had to do with Benghazi. Bitch, we don't give a fuck about that fucking camel humping fucking goat fucking gyro falafel bread eating motherfucker. You just arrested Antifa Gomer Kyle for making the threats he made against our ICE agents. When in the fuck are you gonna carry the same fucking energy for our Democrat politicians in that fucking signal chat group that were saying the same shit? You can go get this guy across the pond, Maduro in his fucking country. But you can't slap cuffs on these fucking people putting our ICE agents in fucking danger? And then you wonder why the fucking people are getting pissed the fuck off with you? Y'all motherfuckers need to start reading the fucking room. Because if you don't get your fucking shit together, you're gonna wonder why you lost midterm, bitch.
Hey, calm down, SA. Why so much cursing around here? You guys want it tough. There you go. There you go. Now, I got some things that I shared on my Facebook account, of course, and we're going to go through it together. But I want you to know that as bad as you think that I have a bad mouth and a bad language, etc., I can tell you that I hold myself back, not because I can't say things, not because I can't curse even stronger, but because I do try to maintain a certain level of respect for other people. That's the only reason. And as I said, once we start campaigning, I guess the way that I speak should change just a little twitch, just a little bit, but not much. I will not be fake or pretend to be something that I'm not. Now, with that being said, if you didn't know, this is a show for over 18. People over 18. If you're under 18, you should not be watching my live streams. Okay? And if you do watch my live streams, make sure your parents know what this channel is all about. All right. Got to keep communication with your parents. Let's see. Puerto Rican and know-it-all, my foe. Concerned Peter. Hey, how are you, Peter? I haven't seen you for a while. Dennis is a true patriot, and please be respectful to him. It's all good. They can always get timed out if I get sick of them. Sick of them. Sick of them, I tell you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my Facebook with you guys. Let's see. Let me see where I want to start. There is so many good videos here. Let's see. Across. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Okay, I got a few things that I put on here. Man, where do we begin? Where do we begin? I don't want to repeat things that we've seen before. Why don't we start with a pastor? Let's go ahead and start with religion. I'm sure a lot of non-believers, I know a lot of people who don't believe in God are going to love this one. Let's go ahead and lean into this pastor. Now, I want you to listen to what he says. And let's see if we can get something out of this guy. Now, in my post, this is what I say. Before you go crazy preaching nonsense, allow the Holy Spirit to guide you. This pastor doesn't have wisdom in his words. This is what he says.
Oh yeah, God will bless Israel or God won't bless you. Now here's the thing. The modern day nation of Israel is not a lucky rabbit's foot. As long as you rub it, God will be good to you. It doesn't work that way. But not only that, the Bible simply does not say that at all. The Bible does not say anywhere in the Bible to bless Israel, yet especially the modern day nation of Israel. We had some visitors just last week that were down here for vacation, and that was one of their concerns, that the church that they're in is teaching political Zionism, and they're telling Christians that we have to support war in Iran, and they're teaching hatred as a commandment of man. Jesus said, blessed be the peacemakers. God is not a racist, and God doesn't approve of racism. This is so important, and many Christians have bought into this, and they want to hate every Arab or Palestinian because they believe they're going to be blessed being Israel's buddy, and any enemy of Israel must be my enemy. Folks, this is not in the Word of God, and frankly, it's shameful. Jesus said, blessed be the peacemakers.
Blessed are those who bless Israel. It's also in the Bible. And yes, blessed are the peacemakers. I agree. Now you have to understand something. To say bless Israel does not mean that they are perfect, for we bless everybody. But we do concerns ourselves with blessing Israel. Do we bless the rapists that exist in Israel? No. We bless the people that are on to God. Those who actually believe in God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so you know what? The rain falls on the good and the evil at the same time. So I'm going to follow Scripture and I'm going to follow my heart, because that's what the Holy Spirit has put in my heart, to bless Israel. Do I believe that Israelites are better than me? Do I believe that Jews are better than any other human being? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. None of us are worth a damn. And the only reason why we even got a chance to be saved and go to heaven instead of hell is because of God's love and great mercy over us, stupid, insignificant human beings. That being said, that's the flesh talking. But what God sees is greatness. Let God be your God. And stop being yourself a God wannabe. Deny yourself so that He can be in your life. Every human being, every other religion, every other supposed to be inspirational person will tell you, trust in yourself. No, trust in God. Believe in yourself. No, believe in God. Put God above all things, and everything will be added to your life. Always. And people don't understand that. Now, if you're an atheist, which don't exist, you got to believe in something. Otherwise, you have no morals. You got to believe in something. If you don't believe in God, hey, it's all good. I'm not talking to you. But I am talking to those who God is calling unto Him. For only His sheep will recognize the calls of their pastor. Not my voice, God's voice. Not my sheep, Jesus' sheep. All right, I want to give some credit to Congressman Brandon Gill. This guy has been amazing.
I just got off the House floor. We just voted for the Save America Act because the American people want to know that they are the only people who are influencing our election system, that illegal aliens aren't voting, that foreigners aren't voting, and that only the American people's voice counts in our political system.
Awesome. Love you. Love you, Brandon. Congressman Brandon, ladies and gentlemen. Congressman Brandon. What a handsome-looking devil right there. That is one handsome guy with brains. And I'm so happy that he's young. He's going to be good for a very long time. And that's exactly what we want. As Americans, we want to make sure that everybody is who they say they are. Don't worry, I got a little bit of Nick Shirley coming up for you guys. You're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. But you know what? Somebody argued with me recently. I don't think I see him on the chat here. Hey Victor, how are you? Republican from Gettysburg. Victor does not look Mexican to me, at least not in that little tiny picture there. I'm illegal Puerto Rican, but I love this guy. Oh, man. Stop messing around, man. All right, I was going to give you some props, but now we know that Victor is just lying off his ace. Que pasa, way? Finally found Adam in my comments. Adam, why the hell are you not a member so I can see you better? Beware of false prophets. That is correct, Bobby. My boss is a Jew. Well, you know, come on, guys. Let me break your religious spirit. Jesus is not a Jew. Some of you guys will get confused with that one. Brian, how are you, brother? Good to see you on here. Where's Robert? I haven't been looking at the chat, guys. I haven't been looking at the chat. My man. I had to scroll up to see my people up in here. Where's Robert? I don't see Robert. Let's see. I see man. I don't see Robert. Did his membership expire? Because I don't see him. Oh, there you are. I'm sorry. There we go. I see you, man. I scroll up so fast, man. Good to see you in here, Robert. God bless you, man. God bless you and your family. But here's the thing. Jesus is not a Jew. You guys know why? Let me see. Let me see if anybody answers it. Do you know why Jesus is not a Jew? Come on, people. Let's get on with it. I want to see you in here. Hoopty West, how are you? We are the loved ones. But tell me, why is Jesus not a Jew? Anybody? We know who he is. He's the Son of God, the only begotten Son. Let's see, Jeff. Maybe Jeff has some brains. Let's take a look. I see you change up to suits. Why? Oh, Jeff, well, you know what's coming. I don't have to explain it. Got to start dressing up the part, my friend. I told you guys a long time ago, I'm going to buy me some suits because here's the thing. I love suits. I love wearing suits all the time, okay? That's just what I like. I can dress down. Yes, I love shorts as well. I like jeans. I like casual. I love that. But I changed my job from professional attire to working at a warehouse. And so there was no need for it. I got rid of everything. So now I got it back. I'm getting it back. And that is exactly how we're going to dress. Sometimes I'm going to wear my sweat, my hoodies. You know, sometimes I'm just going to wear my T-shirt, whatever. Nothing really important. I just love suits. It doesn't make me a better person. I just love suits, period. All right. Let's see if anybody answer. Why is Jesus not a Jew? Come on, guys. It's very simple. It's in the wording. Why is he not a Jew? You didn't even do your research, did ya? Says God. It's interesting that you put your name God in there. Interesting. Come on, somebody answer me. Dennis, want to explain your talking points on 10 years from yesterday. Hiramoto. Man, I wish you had sense. What? Iron Man, I don't know what the hell you're saying. Let's see, Let's see if ABC has something important to say here. Let's see. Several people were implicated well after they were named. This guy's talking about Epstein files. Hey, man, stay on topic. We'll get there. Right now, we're not talking about Epstein files. He wasn't white, says Elijah. What is white? What is white? But pigmentation on the skin. What is white? It was light skin. By the location where he grew up, I can tell you that he probably had a tan. But Jews are white skin, light skin. So, well, he kind of shamed the Jews and rejected their methods. Are we seeing it? No, that's not where I'm going with it. All right, you guys are a little bit slow for me this morning. And I ain't got patience to wait. The reason why Jesus Christ is not a Jew is because he's no longer man. He was a Jew. Not a trick question, just a different way of looking at things. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our next. This is actually going to be a senator, I believe. Not her. Let me see if I think I already. Oh, no. Check this out. Brandy Cruz, and we'll just go back and forth because I don't have my YouTube feed. What do you call it? I don't have my YouTube feed.
The lesbians are.
Hold on, Brandy. Hold on. I don't have my YouTube feed on here going through. So you need to be Dogfish Wrinkle. You guys are always so negative. You guys are perverted. You guys are so violent. You guys just can't have a conversation. You can't stand somebody thinking different than you. Why is it that you guys are such libtards? See, then you wonder why I called you guys names. I don't understand. Why do you guys have no brains to have common sense or to be able to think one straight thought without hate or perversion? Don't understand that. All right. So here we go. We talk Republicans, conservatives, real Americans, people that have their right head screw on their shoulders, the right mentality. We know what a woman is, and we know what a man is. For some reason, Democrats don't know what the hell that is. Why? Why is that? Even Hillary Clinton over there embarrassing the United States of America along with Newscom and AOC. This is why the world laugh at us, because of idiots like that we have as leaders in this country. But let's take a listen to her. This is Brandy Cruz, and lesbians are going to save us.
They're going to save America. The God bless the lesbians. They really are going to save America because they've freaking had enough. They have had enough of the radical trans ideology, foisting men into women's spaces and all that nonsense. So there's this video going around. There's a woman named Tish Hyman. She's a black lesbian, which I think is important to kind of keep this in mind. On the hierarchy of wokeness, apparently a black lesbian is still below a trans dude, a dude who thinks that they're a woman. Okay, it's important to know that. So she's at the Gold's Gym in Los Angeles.
Look at this guy.
And she's angry because she sees what's very clearly a dude. You can wear a sports bra, but it doesn't hide the fact that you're a dude in the women's locker room at Gold's Gym. And she confronts him.
Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I
No.
want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
So she's had enough. So she takes this video. Well, guess
He should be embarrassed of doing that. But you know what? There's nothing up here clicking in his brain. Nothing up here is telling him, you are not a woman. Everything up here is like, I just want to do whatever the hell I want. He doesn't care to reason. He doesn't care to use common sense. He doesn't care to acknowledge the truth. He just cares about doing whatever the hell he wants to do. Bottom line.
who gets their gym membership canceled.
Men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. The fuck? Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room. No one saying
Love her.
shit.
Love her.
I'm done with it. It's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I ain't the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room.
Yeah, she loses her gym membership. She has a point. She's livid about it. She should never have been put in a position where she had to take out her phone and record someone in the locker room, which I think is what they're using to say, oh, you're going to lose your membership because you're not supposed to do that, which is understandable. But you put her in that position by basically forcing her to be in a space with a dude.
I like that black lady. Listen, I don't care if you're gay or straight. I don't care. But at least they keep it legit. That might affect them. Being gay might affect your salvation, but it's not going to affect you in our society. We respect everybody's way of life. That's fine. But don't try to indoctrinate or involve us into that kind of bull crap that we don't want around. Capiche? All right. Let me, for privacy reasons here, I'm going to go ahead and remove my live until I'm ready to show you the next video. Let's see. We're going to do it this way. Let's see. I want to keep privacy in here because there's a few people already messed it up already, to be honest. I should have done this a long time ago. My bad. All right, here we go. Maybe I can do it this way. Okay. with me here as I test here.
The lesbians are.
Okay, good. All right, so we can do it that way. Okay. All right. So that's one issue that we are addressing as conservatives, as just Americans. There's so many things that we have to pay attention to. Morality, whether you want to be a Christian or not, whether you use your freedom of speech where it's supposed to be used, whether you want to be respectful to other people, it's up to you how you want to be, perceived by other people. Like me, quite frankly, I don't care what people think about me. It is what I do with my actions that I want people to judge me on. Don't just look at me because I'm Hispanic and I'm a migrant, I became an American citizen. But look at me and tell me and judge me if I'm telling the truth. Don't tell me that I am a liar because you don't like what I'm saying. But when I tell you that Americans should respect the law, that's not a lie. When I tell you that Americans should love this country, that's not a lie. They should. It's the truth. It is what's better for our country and for the future of our children. When I tell you to teach your children to love this nation, to be respectful, and to have some manners, it is for the better of the future of this country. If it was up to all the commies and socialists on the Democratic Party, this country would be back to medieval times. As if somehow that will make this country better than what we have it today. A lot of people don't understand. We have, and I'm going to give you a big example, we have the freedom of religion. It goes along with the freedom of speech and expression, blah, blah, blah. Freedom of religion. Anybody can worship whatever the hell they want to worship. But I draw the line as I am an American. And any religion that opposes the United States of America law should not be allowed and should be banned from the United States of America. Or assimilate. If they don't assimilate, they can get the hell out of our country. We are fine without them. And if you don't believe me, if you don't agree with me, why don't you join them and get the hell out of the United States of America? Listen to these clowns.
Many of the children appear to be extremely radical.
They were all saying, one day I hope to kill you, one day I want to slit your throat.
The longer we stayed, the more aggressive the children became.
Here come the stones.
These are the children indoctrinated by Islam, by ISIS, the people who follow Islam to the letter. These are the people, right? And just you have to imagine, there's about 10%, 15% of Muslims around the world who believe in the ideology of the book, that it should be implemented around the world. This is what it looks like. Do you think it's compatible with the West? Luckily for us, it's in Syria, but not really lucky for the people living in Syria who are getting slaughtered by this ideology.
Many of the children appear to be extremely radical.
They were all saying, one day I hope to kill you, one day.
What do you say to that? What do you say to that? I want honest opinions. What do you say to that? Anybody? Go ahead and tell me your honest opinion about these children. They're between 8, maybe 11 years old. What do you think should happen with these children? No, I'm a gunner for Americans, not Trump. Americans. Thank you for subscribing, guys. And don't forget to hit the like on the video, please. I appreciate it. It is a First Amendment right. You know what's not a right? A religion that wants to abolish the law of the Constitution. No religion should overwrite the Constitution of the United States of America and its laws. They will never change, says Concerned Peter. Dosito, they don't know because they never lived with them. I did. That is true, Lone Wolf. That is true, 100%. Now tell me, go ahead and tell me What should happen to these kids? Anybody, don't be afraid. Anybody tell me what should happen to these children? What do you think should happen to them? Don't run away now. Just put an answer on there. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Oh, that's right. Wait, is that Tyrone in the house? Wait a minute. I think I saw Tyrone in here somewhere. I mean, Melody. Melody's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. What has a 2-month-old having respiratory issues since taken to facility? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm against an administration abolishing the Constitution, attempting to take power from the people. Melody, you need to stop smoking that weed. It must be corrupted. It must be laced with something. But you got to stop. Whatever it is that you're smoking, you better stop it. Stop it. Everything being done right now is constitutional, 100% for the better of American people. You're all the way up in Hawaii, so you don't know what the hell it means to be an American. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll forgive you. So anyways, nobody responds to what should happen to these children. Anybody? 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 Thank you, Concerned Peter. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love there, my friend. Let me tell you what should happen to them. They should be disciplined. They lack civility. They lack respect. They lack love. See, that's the difference. You got to have discipline. You got to be able to love something in order to correct it. Just like you are planting a tree. You love the trees, so you plant the tree. And in order for that tree to grow correctly, you got to straighten it out. You got to put support beams next to it and make sure that it grows nice and tall and strong so the roots can go deeper into the ground. These children have been indoctrinated to hate. And the same thing that Democrats are doing to our children. They are indoctrinating to hate themselves. Why do you allow that? Melody here pretends to be a Christian, and yet she supports gender mutilation. You know what I believe about gender affirming? You know what that means to me? It means that you let a boy know that they are a boy and a girl know that they're a girl. That's gender affirmation to me. But Democrats think gender affirmation is, hey, listen, ignore everything that is true and factual and just believe that this is what it is and so it shall be. We're not living in fantasy land. And we're not living in a fictitious world. This is reality. Humanity will have consequences for their decisions, for their actions. There will always be reactions. So what do you want to do? Do you want to hate or do you want to love? Do you want to protect the people that you love or let your enemies do whatever the hell they want with your people? Would you let a foreigner destroy your family and home or invade it to do whatever they want? Or would you want to be left in peace? Would you like to be left alone to enjoy your family and peace with your family? What do you stand for? Somebody asked me, what's my platform? My platform is America First. My policies is everything for American first. American citizens. Now let me tell you what I believe that Trump is doing. Trump is doing a tremendous job. And if I was governor, I would support him 100%. Let me tell you why. It is his job to take care of the country in the world. It will be my job to take care of my state. 50 states with 50 governors. 50 governors that have mayors in every city. Everybody has a responsibility. You have to understand something. President Donald J. Trump is the commander-in-chief. He is the big boss. He is the CEO. Governors are the managers. Mayors are the supervisors. And the citizens are the employees. In order for a mayor to look good, the citizens got to look good. In order for the governor to look good, the mayor's got to look good. In order for the president to look good, the governors got to look good. And if the president looks good, the people of the United States of America look good. Did you get all that? Did you guys get it? All right. Moving on. Next one. Here we go. The hypocrisy of the Democrats in plain sight. Hey, don't hate me because I'm smart. Check this out.
Step foot in the taxpayer-funded government Washington State Department of Transportation ferry terminal to get a coffee, and what do I see? Anti-Trump signs. No kings, no Trump takeover. And I also, they're so blissfully unaware of their hypocrisy. Their sign says, no kings, no ice, no fear. Everyone is welcome here. Except Trump supporters, apparently. They never get that. Like, the Party of Love and Inclusion is the most exclusive club around, where it's like, we love everyone. Everyone's included except you. Trump supporter, conservative, even moderates. You're not welcome here. So I had my friend take a picture of me by this sign, and I had put out a post saying, hey, WashDOT, WA Ferries, why are there anti-Trump signs at a taxpayer-funded government ferry terminal? And I will say, Nicole reached out, and of course I tagged them, so I think they saw it on social media. And WashDOT says, those signs have to come down. WashDOT tells us in a statement, as soon as we were told about them last night, we asked that they be removed. Political signage is not allowed on state property. We will remind all our contractors of this. Oh, love that. But here's the thing. How long have those signs been up? You're telling me that Washington State ferry employees who are there every day didn't know those signs were there? Of course they did, but people just deal with it because, if there had been a MAGA sign, it would have, first of all, somebody would have burnt the building down. And if they didn't burn the building down, it would have been up for 5 minutes. The first person who saw it would have ripped it down.
100%. And I see you guys on the chat. I'll tell you something. I don't listen. I don't want to compromise because I already compromised that I'm gonna put my name on the ballot to run for governor here in Washington. But you guys have a point. I would love to argue with Congress. I would love to argue with all these idiots that don't know how to represent our country. Some of the things, I'm going to tell you something. Chuck Schumer and a lot of these people that we know to be, used to be, not to be, but used to have common sense. Chuck Schumer, Hillary Clinton, for Pete's sakes, even Obama had common sense. They have all said, including Nancy Pelosi, they have said exactly what President Trump is doing today. And they just can't stand it that the man cannot be bought. He cannot be bent to the corruption of the Democrats. Now, again, let's remember this. The Democrats, in all fairness, it's not the Democrats of the 90s. That party of the Democrats is gone. It's lost. All you have today is a socialist Democrat, which means they are a Marxist, communist, socialist, because that is the new definition of socialist Democrat, just in case you didn't know. If you didn't know, well, now you know. Here is something common sense. Governor Herrera has a nice ring to it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, diversity, right? We have a migrant who came here legally, respected the law, became a resident, 2.5 decades later became an American citizen. What a success story. And guess what? I don't have any illegal time in my life. so I don't have to feel guilty about enforcing immigration law. Number one, my mother taught me that. A woman. Oh, yeah, a Hispanic migrant woman. Widow with 5 children. That's the one that taught me how to be the man that I am today. And God be all the glory. I am so grateful and thankful for that. Just a little bit of diversity and a little background for the Democrats to understand where I'm coming from. I already know my conservative friends and all the American true patriots in this country already agree with me. Only the true ones, not the fake ones. All right, here we go. This is a post again. I posted on Facebook, and I said, riddle me this. I love that. If an illegal votes without an ID, they will be prosecuted. Here's my question. How? Nobody knows who they really are. Riddle me that. Tell me. How would you prosecute an illegal immigrant that comes into your state and vote for the person that you don't want in office? What you going to do about it? How are you going to hold them accountable? Hundreds of thousands of illegals have voted. How do I know? Well, how do you know that they're not illegal? Hundreds of thousands of ballots not signed, no signatures, and you still on the Democratic side don't say a peep. And even with all that cheating, we still overwhelmingly showed up to vote for President Donald Trump. For all the cheating that Democrats did, it still wasn't enough, and we won because God wanted it to be so. Here's Nick Shirley. Let's take a listen. He goes around in California, and let's see what questions he has to ask.
Now, this is the register of voters right here. And I want to ask him, why don't you need voter ID to vote here inside of California? I was curious, how come in California you don't need voter ID to vote?
Because when you sign your affidavit, you're swearing that you're telling us the truth, and we compare the signature that you put on your application to the
Battery 65%.
Do you think it leaves any room for error with voter ID, or? Yeah, I'm just curious because I want to make sure that our elections are as fair and honest as possible, and I feel like voter ID is just something super simple to have. And do you think it's possible illegal migrants could be voting?
Not really. How? I mean, what was showing their ID?
Yeah, if they don't have their ID and they could just sign on behalf of Richard Sherman, then they could technically vote, right?
Look at her. Can't make sense of it.
Yeah, but what if they just don't care? What if Richard Sherman and Billy Bob Joe just don't care? But so you don't think illegals would ever vote, would you?
I don't think so.
Democrats.
No.
Now this is the
Democrats. Tell me the logic. Go ahead. Convince me. Convince me that I'm wrong. Americans have a duty to vote, the privilege to vote, the privilege and gift and honor to be called American citizen. The least that you can do, if you can't serve in the military, if you cannot serve in office, if you cannot be a good teacher, the least that you can do is ask American citizens to show ID when they vote. Proof of citizenship should be mandatory for the elections. You know what? Let me give you some information. I love this. I went to Honduras, and I didn't know I have dual citizenship, but I assure you that American people, you are my brothers and you are my family, whether I'm here or in Honduras. I went to Honduras to get my ID, my Honduran ID. Let me show you the, I don't know if it's too bright, but the Honduras flag is right there. In order for me to vote, listen to me, in order for me to vote in an election in Honduras, which, by the way, the next election, I'm going to go through the process so that I can experience the voting in Honduras. Now, I'm going to give you something real quick. People have to stand for hours. Some people stood overnight to make sure that they casted their vote. The elder were helped in to town. They drove around and they did for days it took for them to go through the process of getting an ID, and they had to get a birth certificate to show right next to the ID that they were Honduran citizens. Because you have to understand, if you go to Honduras, listen to me. If you go to Honduras, if you go to El Salvador, if you go to Nicaragua, any of the Central American countries, well, except for Guatemala, I think Guatemalans are very, very distinct people. But if you go down there, we are such a mix of different Indian races mixed with Spaniard and Italian and French and all this other stuff, same as the United States of America. I can tell you that you will not be able to tell who is Honduran. So you got to grab your ID and your birth certificate, and then you can vote. You got to register to vote. So why is it that a third world country is more capable of Americans? Somebody help me out. Please tell me that we are better than a third world country. And when I mean better, it means more knowledgeable, more organized. We have better technology. It's easier for us to access information. It's easier for us to access policy requirements, any type of documents. We have websites. We got lots of phone numbers. We actually have customer service, even though it probably sucks, but we have it. Now tell me why a third world country can do all of those things and American citizens are so lazy, so weak, so anti-American that they can't go get an ID and have a birth certificate to be with them so that they can vote and maintain a good election. Come on, tell me, how great are you, Americans? How great are you, Americans, that you cannot get an ID and a birth certificate to go vote and exercise your duty, privilege, gift, honor to vote in the elections of the United States of America? Pathetic, if you ask me. Pathetic. Oh, well, here we go. Why is it that I, as a migrant, listen to this, in second grade, as a matter of fact, it starts in first grade, but in second grade, we have to make an oath to our Constitution, to our flag, to our country. And we said in this oath, see, we're taught civics from a very young age. When I hear the national anthem of Honduras, it brings pride and joy in my heart because we have come a long ways. When I hear the national anthem for my flag, the American flag, I see dead soldiers. I see people sacrificing family time. I see people dying for ungrateful people. I see American patriots giving it their all for this land. I see veterans coming back home disturbed mentally that should be taken care of. There is veterans losing members of their body. A lot of sacrifice. And for what? For some ungrateful brat to raise a generation of entitled, weak, they don't even know their man, weak, feminine man that don't know how to fight for justice and freedom, but all they do know is how to bitch and complain about all the freedoms that they do have and they don't appreciate. It's a damn shame. A third world country that works so much harder than Americans. You should be grateful and thankful that you are the United States of America, because in the United States of America, you are taught to dream and vision. In third world countries, you are taught to study hard, work hard, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get a good job. See, we're spoiled in the United States of America. I'm going to tell you, I was doing things in third grade that Americans were not doing in ninth grade. By the time we start seventh grade in Honduras, it's already college. It's already college for us. Let that sink in for a little bit. Seventh grade is the first year of college. Seventh grade. You know, by the time I was in third grade, I can multiply and divide by 6 numbers. By 6 digits. I knew all the continents of the world. I know Europe. I didn't know all the countries in Africa. I never really cared. But I knew all the countries. Well, nearly all, if not all, of the countries of the South, Central, and North America. In third grade. You know, it's a shame. When I came to the United States of America, my education was diminished by a lot. But there's one thing that never left me. And there was a story that I told before to my members and my subscribers. You guys already heard this probably. When people hear me speaking Spanish, oh, hey, you speak Spanish? Yes, I speak Spanish. And the first thing that they will say is, hey, so are you Mexican? And I said, no, I'm not Mexican. I'm from Honduras. Now I'm going to save you the shame, because most of you probably don't even know what the hell I'm going to say. Honduras, it's 2 countries away from the United States of America. 2 countries, Mexico and Guatemala. Guatemala and then Honduras. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, 2 weeks before I graduated, one of the guys that I went to school from freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year finally hears me speaking Spanish. Now, I don't know where the hell this guy been, because we always spoke Spanish in high school and everything amongst ourselves. To everybody else, we spoke English. You know, and he says, oh, hey, Dennis, dude, I didn't know you were Mexican. And I say, you know what? I am not. You know what? Yes, I am Mexican. The point of the story is, even in 12th grade, people still don't know where Honduras is. Geographically, they don't know where Honduras is. Maybe you guys who followed me on my channel, now you know where Honduras is on the map. A lot of college people don't even know where Honduras is. They don't teach it. They don't teach about the Americas, but they want to pretend that they know what's happening here in our continent. So many people ignorant. They don't know what the hell is happening in Mexico. It is our neighboring country. We should know exactly what's happening in Mexico. They don't know what's happening in Canada. And Canada is that way, by the way. Canadians don't even know what the hell is happening in Canada. We should know what's happening in Canada. For Pete's sakes, they name their culture Muslim. They literally said that they're Muslims in Canada. I thought they were French. I thought they bowed the knee. They bent the knee to the crown. Apparently now that they have too many Muslims, they bend the knee to a fake Islam religion. And if you don't like what I'm saying, it is what it is. I like to tell the truth. People don't know what's happening right next door to them. Just like they have no understanding of Venezuela and why things have to be the way they happen. They don't understand. No, Tennessee, I was not on the Epstein Island with Trump. But I would like to be in Mar-a-Lago with President Donald Trump and pretend that I am golfing with him, because I don't even think I can golf anymore, but I sure as heck can try. That will be very fantastic. Now, somebody tell me, where in the world is Uruguay? Anybody? Uruguay. U-R-U-G-U-A-Y. Where is Uruguay? Anybody? Diana says Honduras is in Central America. I've been there. Thank you, Diana. Tennessee, you didn't see him there, did you? You know what? I think he was there. He might be confusing me with somebody else, but he definitely sounds like he was at the Epstein Island. Here, let's see. I don't, Brian, that's right, South America. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know all the countries, but here we go. Let's go ahead and start from Canada. Let's go. Canada. And if I miss one, do tell. Do tell. All right, Canada, United States, Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Brazil, Venezuela, Guaya, Uruguay, Paraguay, Peru, Argentina, Colombia, Bolivia. Oh man, that's horrible. That's all I got. Tell me some countries that I miss from South America. I'm not looking at a map. I got 3 monitors here. I don't have one map of the world. And don't be cheating. Yeah, Paraguay, Uruguay. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. Well, I know how to say Uruguay, but Uruguay is what you will say in English, I think. I'll come back when he has something of substance to say. Team Hype, you don't know shit. That's why you don't understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I said, oh, Chile, that's one. I forgot about Chile. Chile is one. Thank you, Robert. Barbara, good job. Dominican Republic, that's not American. That's Caribbean. I said Argentina. Yeah. Honduras, for sure. That's my country of birth. Suriname, I don't know where that is. Peru, yes, I said Peru. Docito, you're late, man. Let's see. All right, I made my point. I know a lot of countries. I don't know all of them. But for Pete's sakes, you should be able to know where Honduras is. It's just 2 countries away from you. That's it. 2 countries. All right, let's get on to the next video. This one, this is from some conservative ladies. Take a listen to this. I think it's funny, but it's very, very real. This is exactly how these people invading other countries think like, okay? What is crazy is that this is what is happening in our countries.
I don't think you understand. I'm not from here, okay? I left the UK because I didn't like it, all right? So I need you to change everything to make it feel like it's the UK, yeah? Still no, is it? Right, okay. Well, also, I can't really work at the minute. Anxiety, yeah. So when do I get my money? Obviously, got a few kids at home and all, so they're going to need to come here. That's a no-brainer. Why do you keep saying no? I've noticed as well, there's a lot of Chinese people here as well, isn't it? So I was thinking we could get loads of me over here.
Exactly.
And we have our own little area, and then you lot can just fuck off. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Well, no, hear me out, because I was thinking if we get loads of me over here, then we can vote in, one of me to be in charge, and then we can all start telling you lot how to live. And after that, I was going to organise some marches where we go through the streets chanting anti-Chinese sentiments. So obviously you'll need to protect us while we do that.
Right.
That's a no as well, is it? Oh. And finally, I am here illegally. Didn't respect the rules on that one. So do I just choose any hotel, or have you got certain prison?
I mean, that shows how ridiculous all of this is, and yet...
It is so true, isn't it? And tell me that I'm lying. That guy was spot on. That is exactly what they're doing to us. And the Democrats or the leftists would like us to think that that is not happening, but that is exactly what's happening. This cat fan, let's see. You need anything good lately? You read anything good? You know what? I read so many things, but apparently it's never good for any of my libtard friends. Check this out. Chuck Schumer, what the hell happened to you? Why did you sell out your country? You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I truly mean this. I love all of our Latin cultures. I don't like the bad stuff. I like all the good parts of our Latin cultures. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I can't stand for breaking the law. I can't stand for illegality. Illegal migration is against my genes. It's not in my DNA. I just can't do it. Just can't support it. Can't support it at all. None. Nothing illegal. I don't support. Listen to Chuck Schumer. No, don't worry. Anybody on the right side, don't worry about Chuck Schumer. This is the real Guyanas. Thank you. I remember that one. I actually said it, I think. This is what the Democratic Party used to be. Somehow, they lost their marbles. Chuck Schumer. Yeah, you won't recognize him.
Let's admit the truth. Everywhere people go, they're asked for a Social Security card. In fact, one way to prove you're a bona fide person who can have a job is to ask for a driver's license and a Social Security card. This is an anti-fraud amendment. All over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. And here, the gentleman from Florida has put together the most effective anti-fraud measure we can find without it changing the actions of the government one bit. And we find all this opposition. Ladies and gentlemen of this chamber, what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with us on. We say we're doing something, and we do nothing. Because every time someone makes a rational and small proposal to get something done, people say, well, what about this hypothetical, that hypothetical, etc. I urge support of this amendment. If you believe you want to stop fraud in immigration, you have no choice but to support this amendment.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Damn.
About 83% of the American people, including majority Democrats, support voter ID laws.
Well, yeah, the voter ID laws that, first, each state can have its own voter ID laws, and some do and some don't. But secondly, what they are proposing in this so-called SAVE Act is like Jim Crow 2.0. They make it so hard to get any kind of voter ID that more than 20 million legitimate people, mainly poorer people and people of color, will not be able to vote under this law. We will not let it pass in the Senate. We are fighting it tooth and nail. It's an outrageous proposal that is, that shows the sort of political bias of the MAGA right. They don't want poor people to vote. They don't want people of color to vote because they often don't vote for them.
Birth certificate, marriage license.
Oh, the hypocrisy. Oh, it's so good to have videos, ain't it? Yeah, social media sometimes can be good. YouTube is always good. Having videos to fall back on, isn't that fantastic? This is why you should never lie. You should always tell the truth. I find very interesting of all the bad things that he says about MAGA, he says, but in reality, as American citizens who care for this country. You see the hypocrisy from Democrats, and there you have a black woman with a marriage certificate, with a birth certificate. Tell me if you have recognized them. Did you recognize the Democrats? No. We still believe in those values and policies and rules and things to keep America great. But for some reason, one or another, Democrats, they just because they hate Trump, that's it. They hate Trump. Nothing matters but to destroy Trump. And it doesn't matter how much it costs the American people. That's a damn shame if you ask me. Unbelievable that we are living in a time where we have so many traitors to our country. See, Democrats fought for so long. Oh, they're destroying democracy. They're trying to get rid of democracy. No, mofos. We used democracy. You lost. We won. Shut the hell up. Sit down and get the hell out the way. It's very simple. Very simple, isn't it? Am I making it too difficult for you to understand? I don't think so. I think it's very clear. Very clear. All right. I'm looking a little bit angry here. I'm not angry, to be honest. I'm just concerned. Got to share a little bit of Chris Rock. You might get a kick out of it, and let's just go ahead and laugh a little bit, just so that you can see that I play just neutral.
Trump is not playing, man. That's right. This time is totally different. He's working with the #1 African American in the world, the richest African American in the world.
The African Americans.
Elon Musk. That's right, he is African American. Elon got more kids than the Cleveland Browns. That's right, nobody knows how to get rid of people like a South African. Oh, he's serious. Trump is not playing. They got Elon. They're going to put him on a rocket ship. We call it Space Mex. Oh, yeah. J-Lo's going to marry Ben again just so she can stay in the country. I know she's not Mexican, but Trump don't know that. It's just a big old Latin stew trying to keep immigrants out. My God. You know, a lot less immigrants would come into America if you stopped paying them $700 million to play baseball. That's right. Steve Cohen bought one Dominican for $700 million. Used to be able to get a whole bushel for that much. I said bushel. Trump is not playing, man.
A little bit of comedy so you guys don't hate me too much, although I know my real patriots don't. Oh, the socialist countries are the best, says the Democrats and the libtards. Yeah, for criminals to live in is what I put on my post on Facebook. Check this out.
You must have lost your minds. In Spain, they just legalized residence of 500,000 illegal aliens. In France, they throw grenades into hair salons in a broad daylight. In Germany, not a single day goes by without someone being murdered with a knife. In Sweden, for example, you have bomb attack every other day. I can continue, but you just don't care. Those are not real problems for the European left-wing politicians. No, you are going to solve the situation in Minnesota. You are seriously discussing here the rule of law in the United States and criticizing American government for deporting illegal aliens, for deporting criminals out of their territory in the same time when Western European cities are gradually turning into a war zones. We should do exactly the same. We should deport them from Europe and not legalize their stay. We should listen to them and not what you are proposing to all of us. Everybody can see now you are enemies of Europe. You hate our nations, and you want to destroy the future for our children. We should stop you. We should defeat you politically if we want to survive. Otherwise, it will be the end of Europe. You must have...
Wow. Common sense, my friends, is rare by the minute, but it does exist. How is it that we are, as Americans, losing our common sense? My Democrat fellow Americans, join us. We need to change course. See, the United States of America is a land with a rail track. You see, in this rail track, you have a train of Democrats. Now, it started off horrible. This is the Democrats is the party of the KKK. They're the founders of the KKK. Democrats are also the party who did not want to give black people the right to vote. Isn't that interesting? Democrats today are the party that puts illegal immigrants, not just illegal immigrants who are criminals for breaking the border immigration laws, but criminals, rapists, murderers, thieves, drug dealers, all of these people, they put them before you, the American people. So I call out for all of Democrats. Forget about party. Think about your country. If you don't fight for your country, it will be taken away from you. You better believe that. It is unbelievable that Democrats would just sacrifice every single American citizen to punish President Donald Trump for whooping their ass so badly in the elections. They are so mad that President Donald Trump stopped their fraud money going to Somalia. That's right. Billions of dollars. This is besides the billions of dollars of fraud from Somalis. BCJ right here in the chat, he knows all about it. He's one of those pirates. He's one of those people in fraud. This is what they do as a culture. You know how I know? He told me himself. He told me himself. We knew that Biden and the Democrats cheated the election. But we're getting wiser. And that's why part of the campaign that we're going to start running here very soon is going to include transparency. We want voter rolls to be available for federal government to investigate to make sure that our elections were ran fair and squarely. We want third-party people in our elections. We want to have Democrats, Republicans, independents, and a third party verifier at all times, making sure ballots have signatures and everything is legit. How many registered Americans do we have in this country? How many American registered voters do we have in this country? Are they still alive? If they're not alive, they cannot vote. If they're illegal, they cannot vote. 65-year-old illegal immigrant lady voting in our elections got prosecuted because she got caught. But what about the hundreds of thousands of those who don't get caught? In some counties, in some states, populations are so small they don't need that many votes, illegitimate votes, to be able to win an election. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, you know what? You are all welcome into my channel. But I need Democrats, Republicans, independents. If you want to see change, if you're sick and tired of the lies from the government, city councils, Congress, the Senate, from all the representatives, from mayors, governors, you got to stand with us. And you got to vote to make a change. Period. The people deserve a government who is transparent. We shouldn't have to worry about wars. Let the president take care of that. We should worry about our own domestic wars. Our war on crime, our war on homeless, war on hunger, making sure that we are fighting for the things that will take care of our people locally. What the hell is AOC doing internationally? What the hell does she think that she's got to do over there, speaking against the United States of America, putting down, oh, it's my brother, putting down the president of the United States of America, making us be the laughing stock of the world? What the hell is she doing? And why is Gavin Newsom, who is destroying single-handedly California, has any right or balls to go over and tell them that President Donald Trump is double stupid? He's triple stupid if that's what he thinks. That is unbelievable. I just can't, I don't understand. I wish that I had only good things to say in my channel. But unfortunately, somebody has to tell the truth. You know, you see all these leftist YouTubers, content creators. Yeah, sometimes they come in here and throw a little hate line and stuff, and that's fine. That's fine. Why do I not debate these guys? They're not worth my time. They're so blind. They don't want to debate. They want to trash somebody down. They don't want to come to an agreement of getting along. For them, it's only evil, they, and innocent me, victim me. Racist them, not me. Everything is them, but not themselves. We fall into a category of being honest. Do you want honesty in government? Well, come out and vote and make a change in Washington State. Do you want to know where your dollars, your tax dollars are going to? Vote to make a change. None of this $9.5 billion that nobody knows where it went. And now trying to impose a state income tax in Washington State, which is unconstitutional as far as we know. Now they're saying that this $2.5 billion taxes that we're going to be adding on, I will make sure, says Bob Ferguson, the governor of Washington State, I will make sure that we track this money so we know where it goes. Then what the hell happened to the $9.5 billion that you already wasted? What happened to the hundreds of millions of dollars that you gave away to NGOs and you got nothing to show for? That, my friends, is what you got to vote for. You got to vote against that, and you got to vote for a change of transparency. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians don't want to know what their tax dollars are doing in Washington state. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians want unemployment to go through the roof. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians want illegal immigrants taking the jobs of the American citizens and green card holders. I refuse to believe that Washingtonian Americans are so willing to have criminals go rampant in their cities. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians do not want to have the Chinook tribe recognized as an Indian tribe. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians rather have their veterans on the street than illegal immigrants being deported from our state. I refuse to believe that American Washingtonians rather have men in women's sports than to protect their daughters and women. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians who say and claim that they believe in the First Amendment will not protect religious groups like Christians being attacked by the LGBTQ and fascist, you guessed it, Antifa, to get away from all the crime. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians really want that. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians hate our police, because I love our police. They are the peacekeepers. They maintain order. They are the law. And we chose them to be there for the safety of the people. So I refuse to believe that Washingtonians want to support criminals instead of police. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians believe that their children are the parents and that the parents are the children. I refuse to believe that Americans should hate their country as much as the illegal immigrants hate this country. I refuse to believe that Washingtonians are that ignorant. And I believe that we all want a change in Washington state. And it starts with voter ID, birth certificate, proof of citizenship. If you're a naturalized American citizen, you better bring that certificate of that naturalization or your passport. Because if you are a migrant who became an American citizen, you do have a passport. Don't play stupid games. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Let's take a look and see what Senator Mullen has to say about this Jim Crow 2.0. Check this out.
They're saying this is a threat to democracy. They're taking away the rights of people who might not have access to
Okay, you can't get a bank account, you can't get a job, you can't lie, you can't get a loan, you can't buy tobacco, you can't buy alcohol, you can't even sign up for government benefits unless you have an ID. But somehow, when it comes to voting, it is going to limit the ability for people to vote, or they may not have an ID. And you're going, really? But these are the same people that wanted to move alcohol and tobacco from 18 to 21, and you had to show a proof of ID. I don't get it. You can't argue with crazy, but that's exactly what they sound like.
Yep. What I say. My favorite, Byron Donalds, future governor of Florida. He's got my vote if I was in Florida.
Tonight at midnight, the Department of Homeland Security is going to be shut down. And it's going to be shut down because Chuck Schumer and the Democrats want ICE to go back to what they were doing when Joe Biden was president, AKA nothing. They do not want any security of our border because with Homeland Security closed, border security is shut down. They don't even want FEMA to be able to respond to the freeze that happened to our farmers here in Florida because with DHS closed, FEMA is shut down. The Democrats are being radical. They are not putting the American people first once again. All they're concerned about is something to campaign on in the midterm elections. We're going to continue to fight against it. DHS needs to be funded. We need to make sure that we're securing the American people, that FEMA is operating so they can help our farmers in Florida and anybody else in the country that needs emergency assistance. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats, they need to get real. They need to stop playing politics. They need to put the people first. They need to work with President Trump so we can make America great.
Yes, sir. 100%. I'm behind this brother right here. Absolutely. Love Donald Byron, man. I love this guy. He is awesome. He is awesome. Now, what's so hard about being an American patriot? Anybody? Anybody know what's so hard about being an American patriot? It isn't. It isn't. Let me take a look here. It looks like we might have a live stream here. Could have sworn I had something else here. Let me see. All right. We got to the part. I don't think I've shown this already. Let me see. All right, here we go. Now, we've seen parts of this, but we're going to go ahead and get to the part where everybody on my channel loves. And that is, my friends, it's time for the Crime Chef to come on board and entertain us. If you haven't already done so, you can go to the Crime Chef and you can subscribe, like the videos, and leave them a comment and tell them Dennis Herrera sent you their way. Most of you guys probably already are subscribed to him. I like this guy. I love his voiceover. I think it's fantastic. And this is how we close our live. If I can put this right in the middle. There you go. There is a little join the free newsletter if you're into that. All right, without further ado, hey guys, I want to say thank you so much for liking, for subscribing, and for those who can become members. Thank you for your support. I appreciate every single one of you guys. All right, let's take a listen.
Day on the safari if your name's not Karen or Juanito. A high school Karen overplayed its hand today and ended up in tears and in cuffs. Obesity and consequence are the two main themes of today's expedition. The apex predator of this habitat, ICE, takes care of business with great efficiency today. Let's dive in. Society could probably benefit from bringing back belt buckles into the school system. The parents failed greatly. They basically dropped massive turds on society by having children.
Yeah, for them, especially just standing there.
The man assaulted was indeed a patriot, but fear not, because consequences are on the horizon. It's a buy one, get one free sale on arresting these turds.
To be fair, a couple more should have been arrested as well.
I know. Can we stop? Can we stop? Can we stop? You're going to jail. You're not a kid. Hey, hey. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Here's a better angle of the young terrorist going
Nice.
to jail. Brings a tear of joy to my eye.
We're protesting! We have the right to protest!
You can tell her parents never disciplined her. She's bold enough and dumb enough to get in a cop's face after being shoved away.
And the Democrats just say, we have the right to protest. Shut the hell up. I swear, it's people like you, protesters, protesting every little single thing that's out there. It's people like you that cancel freedoms in countries. So retarded. Use your freedom wisely. Make a difference. You're making the country worse. Make it better. Come on. You got to do better.
Finally, the voice.
Hold on. I don't care what anybody says. I get it that they should be able to protest. But let me tell you something. These kids don't have any manners. They don't even know what life is about. They're not responsible. They are rebellious little brats that have no discipline in their home. If I was the parent in here, I would have come out with my belt and I would have whooped my son or daughter if I would have saw them at this area doing that exactly with what you're watching right now. The belt would have come out. And I guarantee you the police officers will not arrest me for that. They can touch my kids, but I can touch my kids. And don't get perverted with that. I know how the leftists go with comments. But somebody needed to get a belt right there. Just one swat. Just one. And any Hispanic, any parent, old school parent, that listens to me right now knows that I'm telling the truth. These kids, number one, they do need love. But number two, they need the belt. They need the love and rigor that goes with discipline. I am not a fan of child abuse. I'm not telling you to go beat the mess out of them, but at least one, Alex, thank you. At least one chancla has to show up, and everybody should have been respecting the power of the chancla. You know what I'm talking about.
Finally, the voice of reason showed up.
How would the kids obey the law enforcement if adults are acting like this?
Oh, come on. At least get deported in English, for crying out loud.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasó?
Somos de inmigración. ¿Tienen orden de arresto? ¿Está la orden? A ver. Ahorita se muéstrame la orden. Muéstrame la orden. Muéstrame la orden, por eso.
Can I get the keys? I need the keys of my car.
No va mi cartera. Ahorita cerramos.
Guys.
Tranquilícese.
Aquí está, se llevaron a mi marido.
Por favor, para eso. No, don't interfere. Step over there.
I need to know what happened. I need to know what happened.
We're going to explain it to you here in a second.
Yes, please. Oh, gosh.
Is that your husband?
I feel sick.
You okay?
Oh, my gosh.
Are you okay?
Bloody hell, lady. You've been here for how many years, and you didn't bother to go through the legal process, and you didn't bother to go to the gym.
Put your phone down. Call 911, please. My blood pressure.
Your blood pressure? We're gonna have to call you.
I love it when I get dumbass comments like this one. Hold on. Hey, Negrified, how are you, brother? Good to have you back in here. Derek, man, where you been? You've been hiding on somebody else's conservative views. Let me see. Hold on. No typing. Let's see. Somebody made a comment in here that I wanted to read. Hold on. Who said something? Where is it? Did you delete his? No, don't delete that comment. No, keep it there. Jababa Boya. Hispanics deporting Hispanics. Bro. Hispanics deporting Hispanics. Well, let me see. What do you think happens when Hondurans deport Salvadorians back to Salvador? When Salvadorians deport Hondurans back to Honduras? When Mexicans deport all of Central and South America back to their countries? What do you think they are? I am assuming they are Hispanics. This guy, come on, man. You know what? I do need a laugh. So I thank you for the comics that do come through my channel. Honestly, I'm not clowning on you. I think the comics. I like the smart remarks. I like quick-witted thinking people. I like people that know how to use sarcasm. I like happy people. Oh, man, that's funny. That is funny. You're Nazis, the Gestapo. And it's like, bro, there's nothing wrong with being Hispanic, Asian, or black. There's nothing wrong with that. It's you got to be in this country legally. You got to be in this country. That's what it's all about. Nothing else. Come on, Crime Chef. Let him know what's up.
I can't breathe.
Okay, bring some water.
Here,
let me help you.
Why do all of these Caranitas run out of breath so quickly? Are illegals banned from using the gym?
Señor, bájese. Le está hablando bien.
¿Qué es tu nombre? Dime tu nombre. ¿De dónde eres?
Venezolano.
Venezolano.
Un proceso así, lo tengo ID, tengo todo.
¿Por qué te andan arrestando?
No sé.
Derek.
Los pararon ahí en la 22, miren, voltearon y prendieron las luces.
That's right on.
No, ninguna, no me dicen. Yo tengo ID, estoy en un proceso de asilo.
There's children here and it's going to be recess. I really don't want to see it. Can you just go to the circle, okay? We're going to have 300 kids out here right now. Please.
No soy delincuente, vine a este país a trabajar.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Elia José Colón Delgado. Elia José Colón Delgado. Vine a trabajar.
Where tears fly, Karens lie.
I'm a mama, bro. Let the f up. Let my brother go. Well, we're going to find that out because whoever got this in it, we're going to find that out. Put it in the car, let's go. Come on, guys. Brian, no! Brian, no!
Why is it that this generation, it's so, this is for leftards to say something. Why is it that this generation teaches their young males, men to be, little wusses, little girls? All these men act like girls. Why is it that it's only the libtards? Why is it only Democrats? I am so happy that more Americans actually are raising men that will protect and defend this country and not just cry when some other country tries to take their stuff away.
If they put this same energy into coming here legally, they wouldn't have any problems.
Exactly. The long hair is from my native side, so shut the hell up. I got more balls than you do.
Yeah, aren't they cute little terrorists?
Oh, I see a Honduras flag. Gotta go back to Honduras. Let's be honest. All of these teenagers, they're just skipping school. They just found an excuse to skip school, and the dumbass teachers allow them. It is what it is. I say if you want to protest, you got to be 18 years old. You can't vote until you're 18. So it tells me that your voice doesn't matter until you're 18 and able to vote. If you're not able to vote, you shouldn't be able to protest. Meaning that all these illegals should not be allowed to protest in our country. They can go back to their country and protest there.
I'm here in North Minneapolis coming back from skiing and ice is here.
You can tell from her voice that she is overweight with blue hair, 30 tattoos, and 15 piercings.
They just threw someone into the back of their fucking squad car.
Yeah, I got free rent on this libtard's minds. Hey guys, I almost forgot to give credit where credit's due. Our Faith Walker is the stream boss of the chat. And when that happens, well, we got to play the stream boss theme, which is President Donald Trump dancing. So, hey, libtards, enjoy. big boss, el jefe, el patrón. It's MAGA Nation, people. MAGA Nation. Remember, MAGA Nation, not Trump Nation, MAGA Nation. President Donald Trump is just an American like everybody else, except he is fighting for this country. So I support him 100%. 100%. 110%.
Oh, well, that I don't know.
You go through, you're good.
Can I drive? I got a red light.
The anti-fascists are now blocking roadways for people they disagree with. In Florida, we would just run them over.
So now we need permission to drive from these people?
Can you back up slightly and go right?
Yeah, I could. If you'll leave, I'll go right. Thank you.
Some people do have common sense. Some people do, and I respect that. You have the right to protest. Do it smartly. Do it the right way. But let me tell you guys, in case you guys didn't know, in case you were wondering, the reason why Democrats, in the specific Democrats, don't tell people to protest peacefully on the sidewalks, to not impede or block, the reason why they don't tell them to do it peacefully, and when they do tell them, they don't really mean it, right? The reason why they tell them is because they don't tell them is because they know that it doesn't matter how much they protest. We're still going to enforce the law. It is the law. It is what we do. It's what keeps order. So that's why they tell them. And they have said it. Until blood is drawn, nothing's going to happen. Well, guess what? 2 people are dead because of the Democrat politicians who keep encouraging this bad behavior instead of correcting it. You don't know. Hearsay. You don't know if they're rapists, what kind of sick-minded criminals they are. You just think, oh, they're just here to work. Well, yeah, they're here to make money, but even working is a privilege. You cannot be illegal in this country and work. It doesn't work that way. So that's why Democrats have to do protests like this. And they try to provoke violence. And they try to record as much as they can. All the illegal immigrants will disagree with me. But all of the Latinos, all of the legal migrants that come to this country that have done everything right, even those who were lucky enough to have come here at some point illegally and have now become American citizens, they have paid the fine, and they have proven themselves to be good. But the difference today is that we just had a massive illegal immigrant invasion. And that's a problem. And thanks to them, everything that is happening today must continue to happen. All of the Latinos for Trump will agree with me. And all of the people, even though you don't like me or don't love me, you will agree with me that Americans should be put first before any illegal immigrant. Now, for some of you guys that are speaking Spanish on the chat, this is America. Speak English, mofo. Aprendan a hablar inglés, cabrones. Aprendan a hablar inglés, cabrones, que ni para eso sirven. There you go. You're not even good for learning English. So shut the hell up. Bye, Miguel. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. I make it a point that those who love this country should respect the laws. Because, see, you don't want me to do everything that I want because you don't know if I'm a good guy or a bad guy. I have to abide by the laws so that we can get along, so that we can be here together and make America great again. Very easy, very easy. Now, I know all the illegals are against me, but that's okay. That is okay. All I care is about the legals. About the legals. I am not a traitor to my countries, Honduras and the United States of America. January 6, 2021, Democrats did that. And they want to blame it on the Proud Boys. Democrats did that, you fools. Democrats shut down the government. They don't care if you have something to eat or don't. Democrats have been trying to destroy this country by bringing millions of illegal immigrants because they don't like President Donald Trump. How can any American support that? Do you know how I know that legal Honduran, Guatemala, legal Latinos, migrants that came here, you know why I know that they respect the immigration law? Because they know how bad things are in our countries. So they don't want to experience that which they left here in America. I remember when I was walking down in Honduras during a live. You guys remember that if you were in my live, you've seen it. And people was talking about how ugly Honduras is. And yet, to me, Honduras is beautiful. Do we have a lot of subdeveloped areas? Of course, it's a subdeveloped country. Of course, there's a lot of poverty. Of course, there's all these things going on. But I loved it. I loved it. And the moment that you find a way to get a job, a way to make money, you're there. You do what you got to do. And I made an example, and I was walking around, and I was showing the street, and there was like all this garbage. And I said, you see all this right here? And I pointed my phone to it, recorded. And some people said, hey, you didn't go to Honduras. You're in California. You're down in L.A. Now, I know they're joking, but the reason why they say that is because of all the garbage in L.A. You have to understand something. The people that come to the country of the United States of America, the people that come here that are vetted, those are people who are educated. Those are people that will do anything to make sure that they function in society. They want to see a change. The people that are out there getting vetted and going to the country legally, those are the people who are against those who make our country dirty. Those are the people who are against criminals in our country. And they come to the United States for a better life. So why would we allow all of those people to come in here, trash our country, and allow criminality to go rampant? You see the difference? I can tell that people like Manuel and all these other Hispanics that are against me on immigration law, they love garbage. They love countries becoming third world countries. It's like there's some locusts who are on a mission to destroy good countries like the United States of America. Just take a look at Europe. You don't have to go too far in history. Take a look at Europe and see how shitty they are being because they are allowing massive illegal immigration. There's nothing new about it. It's been happening. Now, we can play stupid and pretend that nothing is happening here in America, but the truth is, it is happening, whether you like it or not. So you got to vote to make a change. You got to vote to make a change. And how are we going to make sure, at least, make it more clear, fair? It's a matter of national security. You don't want our enemies voting to make our country look like crap. I am a migrant, Vincent. No seas pendejo. I am a migrant that became a resident, that became an American citizen, and I made an oath that I will stand up for this country, and that I will respect the law, and that I will assimilate to this country's way of life. Period. So all of you illegal immigrants that come through my chat, shut the hell up. And for all of you entitled Americans, grow a pair of balls if you're a man and learn to stand up for your country. Don't be a wuss. And if you are a woman But stand up to be a real woman and fight for this country next to your man. It is what we want in this country. All countrymen should stand together and defend this great nation of the United States of America. Oh, that's fantastic. That was a great speech right there, I say.
Oh no.
Thank you, Alejandro.
Props to the officers for showing restraint, because I sure wouldn't.
You're in the jungle, baby.
Is America's Funniest Video still a thing? Because I got someone cheering. It's just TikTok now.
Thank you, for.
Oh, that is so fucking unfortunate. Go home and tell your spouse to get bread all day. Gordo, dude, I wish you would like change. I wish you would understand that empathy is a thing. I wish you would learn how to like be kind to the people around you.
This is proof the left doesn't actually care about the environment. They just use it as a mechanism to enforce their will on the world.
The left doesn't care about the environment. Well, how about that? Hey, that's where I stand, man. Listen, you can say all you want. I don't care what George Lopez says. That guy is a loser. He may have a lot more money than me. He may have some funny shows. I think his comic talent is so-and-so. But he definitely is no American, and he is not going to change our mind. For this ridicule of a American, George Lopez is the joke. Hey, thank you guys for being here with me. I want to thank you for making me reach 16.8 thousand subscribers. Hope to see more of you guys here more often. I got some errands to run. Otherwise, I will continue to go. God bless you. God bless your families. Until the next time, you all be blessed. Love you all. Thank you for your support. Thanks for subscribing, liking. And for those who become members, thank you very much. Don't compare me to George Lopez. It's a very big insult.